Hello. In this video we're going to discuss the two methods of how to find your IP address in Windows 10 or Windows 11. And if you stick around to the end, we're going to do a little bit of troubleshooting to prove that you can get to the internet from your machine as a valid test. So let's get started. So what first want to do is go down to the Windows icon, right click on the Windows icon and then click Run. In here we're going to type ncpa.cpl and press enter. This can open network connections. We can see here we've got Bluetooth and we've got the LAN connection here, or Ethernet 0. So right click here, then click on status. Then now I want to click on details. And here we can see the IP addresses here. So we've got the IP address, IPv4 IP address 192.168.116.131. So that's your IP address of your device. You've got your subnet mask, which is /25. You've got your default gateway, which in most cases, well, pretty much all cases, when you're using a home network, will be your router or router from American friends. And you can see that's acting also as the DNS server and the Win server as well. DHCP is coming from a different address. That's fine. So with DHCP, that's the dynamic address which will be handed out to your device. So that's probably where this address, or it is where this address is coming from. So when your machine or when your computer powers on for the first time and connects to the network, the DHCP server is the server that provides the IP address to that device, and that's leased. But if we click close now and close that down, now method 2 is to go back into the Windows menu, go to Run, type CMDB. I'll bring this in the middle, and then we want to type ipconfig/all. Okay, so again we can see exactly what we saw before, but we can see it here now. So we've got the IP address as we saw before, which is this IPv4 IP address. We've got the subnet mask. We've got the default gateway, which is our router, and then we've got the DNS server and Win server, which is both coming from the router itself. So, and we've got the DHCP server, which we already discussed. We've also got the MAC address of the device. So the MAC address, or physical address, is the address of the hardware network device inside your phone, your PC, your laptop, whatever it is. It's physically attached to that device, so that won't change. What we can do now, so I promised some troubleshooting here. So we class the default gateway here as being our router. So what we can do, if you ever get any issues with not getting an IP address, or you want to prove your connectivity to your router, we can do a quick test, and it's called a ping. So what a ping does, it's a UDP packet that basically says to the other device, are you there? And if it's there, and it will then respond, and that's our test. Okay, so what we do is we go and type ping and 192.168.116.2. so that's our router there, and if you press enter, bingo, it responds, and it tells us what time, so it's sub 1 millisecond. That's the response time for, which is perfect. So that proves hop number 1, which is our router. So now we've got that. So let's say we're in a scenario where you're trying to work out, do I have internet connectivity? So what we can do is we can do another ping, and it's the one that we do as a network engineer, and as I said, a network engineer for 26 years. But it's a test that we do to prove that we've got internet connectivity from wherever we are. So what we can do is we can ping 8.8.8.8, and some of you may know that's a Google DNS server. So you can see we're using an internal DNS server, but we can change this to use a DNS server if we want, and I'll be doing a video on that at some point. So if we ping 8.8.8 and press enter, we can see that we get a response, but you can actually see the difference here in time. So you can see sub millisecond because we're on the same network, and it's our next hop. Now we're going out to the internet, so we're going through the ISP. So we're going hop number 1 to the router, next hop to the ISP, next hop out to the Google DNS server, and then all the way back. So that round trip is now taking 6 milliseconds, which is still incredibly fast. But that's a valid test to prove that you have internet connectivity, and it's one that we use in the industry. I hope this video has been informative for you, and catch you in the next one.